Exercise 825 refers us to the data in 816. When you look at 816, this is the data you find, and this problem is going to talk to us about operating leverage. And operating leverage is based, it's the financial equivalent of Archimedes' old theory. Now, those of you who have read my vitae know that I'm a recovering English major. And I know that Archimedes was a Greek philosopher who was born in Italy about 300 years ago. And he said, you give me a lever, and a fulcrum upon which to place it, and I can move the world. And the theory is that a little bit of force at this end of the lever exerts a great deal of force at this end of the lever. The same thing happens in accounting, except the lever here is not a 2x4 on a rock. It's a computation of contribution margin divided by pre-tax income. So if we take 432, the contribution margin, and divide it by the pre-tax income of 108, we come up with a leverage of 4. That's an important number because that says that for every increase or decrease in sales, the income will increase or decrease by 4 times that amount. And that sounds almost too good to be true, but it truly is. So let's take that and plug it into our equation, our problem. And the first thing it asks us is to compute the leverage, and we've done that. The leverage for this company is 4. Now let's interpret that. They say if sales decrease by 5%, the pre-tax income will decrease by what? It will decrease by 4 times that 5%, or a total of 20%. Now, it says, how much will that be in dollars? So we have to take that and figure out how much that is in dollars. And we have to take 20% off of the pre-tax income. So we take the pre-tax income of $108 and reduce it by 21% or 20%. And 20% of that, it comes out to be 21,600. That's how much the income, the pre-tax income, will come down. So the pre-tax income will decrease by 21,600, or 20% of the 108,000. Now, if the sales go down by 20%, that means we'll only be selling 95% as many units. So here we sold 9,600 units. So now we'll be selling 95% of that, 5% less. 9,600 times 95%. And that works out to 9,120 units will be sold. 9,600, the number we sold before. Sales have gone down 5%, so we'll be selling 95% of those. Now, we could have taken 5% of that and subtracted. I'm lazy. I just took 95% of, gives us 9,120. Okay, so if sales decrease by 5%, we'll sell 9,120 units instead of 9,600. The next thing it asks us to do is to create a contribution margin income statement at this new level of sales. So we can do that. Sales are 9120 times 225. Again, refer back to here, 225. Because it said sales decreased, it didn't say we reduced the price. So that's 2,052,000. The variable cost will also go down because the variable cost originally were for 9,600 units. We're only going to be making and selling 9,120 units. 9,120 units, and the variable cost in this was 180. Again, we have to refer back to the information from 816. You see where the 180 came from. And that gives us variable cost of 1,641,000. And our contribution margin is 410,400. Our fixed costs, and that hasn't changed. Unfortunately, fixed costs are just that, fixed. So if we made 1 unit or 1 million units, our fixed costs were likely to be 324,000. 324,000 in our fixed cost. So we're subtracting our variable cost, we're subtracting our fixed cost, and our pre-tax income is 86,400. And that number should look pretty familiar to you because that's the number we said it would be when we computed up top, when we said pre-tax income would decrease by 21,600. Subtract 21,600 from 108 and you get 86,400. So the pre-tax income, because of leverage, is $86,400, and that's what they wanted us to do.